Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Yes, once again, my favorite day is upon us. New Finch Knife Day, but today is a little extra special because it's my birthday. A Finch knife released on my birthday. Yes, I think that is absolutely awesome. Of course, I'm a freak when it comes to Finch knives, but that's okay because would you guys look at this thing? Oh my goodness. This is the Oxbow. As I said, it releases today, 9 Pacific, noon Eastern? Yeah. And oh my goodness. The abalone in this is absolutely gorgeous. Would you look at the colors coming out of that abalone? And you know, I said this recently on another abalone knife video that initially abalone didn't grab me. It didn't, and I don't know why. You know, I mean, it's a very, very traditional, slip joint material. And I love that people are starting to use it on, the modern locking, folding knives because I have really, really come to like it. I mean, the colors just explode out of this. I mean, especially right there. I mean, holy cow. There's just an incredible amount. Now, obviously, the clip side has got some gorgeous colors at all, but nothing compared to the show side on this one. Absolutely gorgeous. But as I said, this is the Oxbow. It does release today. Finch's latest release. Like I said, you guys know I'm a freak when it comes to Finch. Now, there's going to be 3 different versions of this. You've got the abalone. You've got a brass version. And then you have one they're calling deep blue. It's kind of like a blue and white swirl. Looks really good as well. You guys know I'll be getting my hands on the other 2. But for right now, we're just looking at the abalone. Now, of course, this is a Finch. Well, it's a Finch design, but a QSP OEM. Do have a slight little bit of letterboxing going on with the liners there. Open construction on this one. Titanium clip, right hand tip up carry only. Centering is absolutely perfect as far as I can tell. Now, as you can see though, they do kind of stick to that traditional knife a little bit, the kind of the slip joint, because you do have the dual nail nicks on it, just kind of an homage to those traditional slip joints as always. And using these natural covers pretty much is too. That's kind of the way I see it. So, but the Oxbow overall fit and finish on this thing is absolutely fantastic. I mean, it is done very, very well. QSP does an amazing job, not only for themselves, but for the products they OEM. And we've seen a few of them recently. And of course, Finch right in there. So it is a flipper. D10 on this one is pretty good. I'm going to say it's a good D10. It's not the most solid, but it's good. I'm happy with it. Not mad with it at all. Got a good drop. The action. Oh, yeah. A little shake. Go shut. Absolutely. Now, this blade shape. You guys know me, and working with rope, this is a rope cutting blade. This thing does fantastic. Now, of course, we're talking, it's a 3-inch blade. I mean, it's a 4 3 knife. That's what it is. I mean, it's a smaller knife, as Finch tends to do. You got about 2 3/4 on the cutting edge. It doesn't make it through 1/2 inch. It just doesn't. 1/2 inch natural fiber rope. Doesn't quite get there. That blade needs to be just a little bit longer. There again, it was about an 80% though. It was close, and that's pretty good for a sub 3-inch blade. I was pretty happy with it. 6 9 thread, the 1/4 3/8 inch, no issue whatsoever with those. It was about an 80 to 85% on the old 21 thread though. But man, I absolutely love this design. There you go, Oxbow. You got N690 blade steel. Now, the abalone and the deep blue are going to have your satin flat with your stone-washed grind. And then the brass has a black-washed blade, black hard. That one looks really, they all look really good. The blue one looks fantastic. The brass one, though, man, that brass it's talking to me a little bit. Now, I will notice, we'll do a weight on this one. It's projected, well, it's advertised at 3 ounces. Now, the brass one is advertised at 5 ounces. You know, obviously brass, it's going to be a little bit heavier. But, so, let's get our quick spec check in. And we will check out. I'll zoom out just a little bit more. There we go. So, what are we getting? Like I said, it's a 7-inch knife, guys. Well, actually about 6... Where am I at here? I got to figure out where I'm at. Yeah, it's about 6 3/4, actually. So it is a little bit less than 7. So you got about 3 7/8. It's really close, which is going to give you pretty close to that 3-inch blade. Like I said, the cutting edge is coming in at about 2 3/4. You've got a nice sharpening trail there. And then your grip length, oh, look at that. Almost 3.5 inches. But man, does that ever fit in my hand very, very nicely. Very nicely. Love the way it fits in my hand. So, size comparisons real quick. There's the bug out. Even the bug out's a little bit bigger. You know, and that is the one thing, you know, that's, if you want to say that's a criticism I've heard from some people, is, you know, Finch knives are smaller. They're really good for me. I just, you know, I don't have overly large hands. I'm right on that medium-large. I'm right on the line between medium and large. So they usually fit me pretty well. No, the smaller knives, yes. You know, like the Hatfield and McCoy. Those are a little bit smaller for sure. But there you go. There's your size comparison with the PM2. Obviously a much larger knife. We will get a weight on it. Well, like I said, these are advertised at 3 ounces. We'll start in grams for our friends at Cost Upon. 79 grams or 2.8, so just under 3. Now, like I said, the brass ones are advertised at 5, so I'd be interested to see, you know, how they just kind of, you know, pencil out. Of course, in the pocket, now it's got that titanium clip, so you will have a little bit of peekaboo coming out there. Little bit showing through. Decent pop coming out. It was pretty nice going in. Decent pop coming out. But there again, guys, they've got, I am a Finch fan, okay? I wholeheartedly admit that. And I'm usually going to say nice things about Finch knives, unless I find something. But QSP really doesn't give me the opportunity to find a whole lot when it comes to these knives. You know, I can see these maybe being too small for somebody. Okay, you know, that's all hand size. There's nothing we can really do about that. I can't make my hand bigger or smaller, and neither can you. But man, I am definitely digging on this knife. Absolutely. Now, they're coming in at $145. I know that's going to be a little bit high for, you know, it's a little bit high for N690, you know, but then you look at the other materials, abalone and everything else. Yeah, it's still on the high end a little bit, but there again, I'm a Finch guy. Love Finch knives. I plan on collecting the other two. As soon as they go on sale, I will be purchasing them for sure. It's just me. Some people are Benchmade, some people are Spyderco. I'm Finch. It's just the way it is. So, very, very happy. But please believe me, if I find something, I would tell you. Absolutely. Most definitely. You should go watch a couple of my Finch videos, especially the ones that weren't made by QSP. But anyway. QSP does them so well. Finch designs them. QSP knocks them out for the most part. It's always QSP. There's been a couple of other ones, like I mentioned. But absolutely, very, very stoked. And me being such a huge Finch fan, it's just really cool that to me, it's really cool that there's a Finch being released on my birthday. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, thanks a lot, guys. Greatly appreciate you stopping by to check out the brand new Finch Oxbow releases today. 3 different versions, abalone, brass, and deep blue resin. As always, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Thanks so much. Like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.